Hi, hi, everyone. Welcome to our business launch for Alex. I'll introduce him to him in a minute, but my name is Philip Channels. I'm chatting from Widjable Wyable land, which is on the east coast of Australia, this beautiful subtropical place. And on behalf of us all here on the call, I'd like to pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging, and give thanks for their continued custodianship of this beautiful place. So, I'm a choreographer, I'm a dancer, and I was introduced to Arborn literally a month ago, and I had turned up to class. I had met a friend who'd come to class a year ago. We'd gone for coffee after. She pulled out a little fizz stick, and there was the rest of the story. But so I'm very interested in working with people from lots of different cultural backgrounds. My work takes me around the world as a choreographer, director. I work with disabled and non-disabled people, old and young. And I'm based in the Northern Rivers and teach this disco classes, are post ballet, post aerobics, and post disco classes, which is really fun. So it's really all really gorgeous to introduce you to Alex, who I met in one of my classes.
Hi. So I met Philip probably 6 years ago now. And I started off I was born in Australia and then moved to the UK. My father immigrated us over about 20 years ago, and I've now come back 16 years ago, lived in Sydney for 10 and 6 years in Byron. I come from in Sydney an education background, so I was manager of student services for a long time. And my mum had an accident, so we decided to move her to Byron and get her into a more healthy environment. So I've been looking after her. Now working in a medical practice as a medical receptionist. And Philip sent me a message about Arbonne, and I initially first thought doesn't seem right. This is not Philip. He's a dancer. He doesn't sell cosmetics. And then we got chatting again only Friday about it, Thursday about it, and I was like, and said, "Oh, no, show me the product," and we had another chat about it. And I was like, why am I not getting involved? Why didn't I get involved with this way earlier? And so here I am jumping into this brand new journey. So, and I'm very excited about the whole thing. So, and the product is beautiful. I tried it last night, just before the launch, and I've never felt more. My skin was glowing. I went up to see my mum later, and she said, "Your skin's glowing. What have you done? What have you done?" I said, "It's this beautiful product." So, yeah, very exciting to start this new journey.
Well, thank you and congratulations for doing that. I would love to hand over to Debbie Neal, who's an absolute legend. I call her my fairy goddess mother. Debbie is tuning in from the United States just to help us launch you. Thanks, Debbie. I'm going to unmute you. Unmute us.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
how's that?
That's
Good.
better.
Okay, Alex, welcome to our team. Congratulations. You have made an absolutely brilliant business decision. And so I'm really excited to spend a few moments with all of you today. I'm going to share a little bit about myself, how I got involved with Arbonne, the company, the products, the industry, and the incredibly lucrative business opportunity that is attached to Arbonne. So my journey with Arbonne on May 30th, it will actually be 19 years. And I'm a very big believer in what you're looking for is looking for you. And to give you a snapshot of my life prior to Arbonne, I was actually a stay-at-home mom for 5 years. I was out of corporate America for 5 years. And when I did work, I was the director of training for a large pharmaceutical drugstore chain here in the United States. I was home with my kids and I loved being a stay-at-home mom, but I missed the fire, I missed the ambition, and I certainly missed bringing extra income in my household. So I started to journal. I don't know if you've ever journaled, but I love journaling. And I just started journaling what I wanted my life to look like. I wanted to have time flexibility. I wanted to travel. I wanted choices. I wanted to be around positive people. I wanted to build a business. I wanted to help others be more. And I had no idea what I was going to do. I just I let myself dream. And so now I'm at a backyard barbecue and I meet a complete stranger, a neighbor of my cousin, and they start to talk to me about Arbonne. And my immediate thing is I'm just being polite. What do you do? What do you do? She does Arbonne. And as the conversation was progressing, I'm realizing I've shown interest. So this woman thinks I'm interested and I'm not interested. And then she asked me two questions. And those two questions, every single time I'm sharing Arbonne, I love to put those questions out there for you to think of for the next few minutes. One, where will you be 5 years from now if you keep doing exactly what you're doing, especially financially? And the second is, what if something unforeseen were to happen to the main source of income in your household due to layoff, cutback, injury, divorce, death? How long could you currently go on what you have saved? And I was 36 years old at the time. I stood at this backyard barbecue and I was like, I actually do not have an educated answer for those two questions. And I think most people, we don't like to think of those things. We don't ever like to think of somebody leaving us or somebody dying or getting fired. We don't like to think of those things. But the reality is we want to plan for it. And if nothing ever happens, like, why not just bring extra love and abundance into our life? So I didn't have the answer, a good answer to those two questions. I had an answer, but it wasn't a good one. And so my next thing was, I'm a very bottom line person. And here's the thing with Arbonne, and it's something that I love about Arbonne. There's room in Arbonne for everyone. There might be somebody who says, you know what? I'm looking to make an extra $100 a month. Great. I'd love to teach you how. Some people I want to make an extra $1,000 a month. Great. I could teach you how. Some people are I'm looking for a positive community. Great. I can introduce you to one. So whatever people are looking for in Arbonne, there's the opportunity to earn it here. But for me, if I was going to take a look at Arbonne, I wanted to know what the potential was. And so I was shown the 4 management levels of Arbonne. And I don't know, there's something about the 4. I'm like, I could count to 4. I could do this. And so we all start off as an independent consultant. The first management level is district manager. And you guys just heard from Philip, but Philip has been in Arbonne for a month. He promoted to district manager, and I believe it was 13 days in this business. Super proud of him. His energy is just amazing. And I always say, I have a really big team. And I don't say that to impress you, but just to impress upon you. Like I have so many incredible leaders, but all of my top leaders are very different, whether it's their ages different or their sex or what they do or their personality. But the one thing that they all have in common is they are such grateful human beings. And so what I've learned about Philip in the short time that I've had the pleasure, by the way, I still feel guilty that I spelled your name wrong in that presentation. But the thing about Philip, he's just always so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so you guys have an incredible leader. But he grew to that management position in a short period of time. And the average monthly earnings, now I stress the word average because we're not employees of Arbonne. You can sell as much product as you want, and you could build the team as big as you want, but there's always an average, right? And so the average monthly earnings at that level is about $500 to $1,000 a month. And you know what? That's great. Most people at that, if they stay at that level, it's a little extra money. It's in addition to what they're doing. And let's be honest, who could use a little bit extra, right? The second management level, which is the level that Philip's about to qualify for, is area manager. Average monthly earnings at that level is about $1,500 to $3,000 a month. The third management level in Arbonne, we refer to as the white Mercedes-Benz level, because you have the ability to earn a cash bonus towards a white Mercedes-Benz or a car bonus towards something of your choice. The average monthly earnings at that level is $6,000 to $13,000. For me, the minute I saw that level, I was like, I'm interested. That's something. And I'm not knocking all the other levels, but I had so much on my plate that if I was going to find time in my life, that had the potential to change the trajectory of my family. And then the top level in Arbonne, which is the level that I am at, the average monthly income is $23,000 a month. And I want to be, again, not to impress you, but to impress upon you, that's not what I earn. You have the potential to earn so much more than that. You can build your team as big as you want. And I've been in Arbonne 19 years. This is a new team direct to me. Like, I build Arbonne all the time because I love it. I love working with new people. I love watching other people change their life. I love watching other people create dreams and possibilities. So I'm actually addicted to this business. So that's not a cap. It's just the average. And so when I heard that, I was like, okay, tell me more about Arbonne. So a little bit about Arbonne. We've been in business since 1980. We're a 45-year-old young company, I like to say. Our philosophy from day one has always been pure, safe, and beneficial. Our products are 100% botanically based, no chemicals, no dyes, no fragrance, pH correct, dermatologist tested, pediatrician approved, no phthalates, no paraben, no whey, no soy, no gluten. We're non-GMO. We are kosher certified. We are OU certified. We go by European standards, which means here I'm from the United States of America. Embarrassingly enough, we only ban 11 chemicals from our cosmetics and skincare. Europe bans 1,200 and Arbonne bans over 2,000. We are a B Corp. We are not only a B Corp, we are the #1 B Corp in the entire network marketing space. So the whole product philosophy behind Arbonne is so amazing, and I'm so proud to represent our brand. But as amazing as our products are, the thing that lights my soul on fire is the way the products are sold and the opportunity that we as independent consultants have. So Arbonne is a network marketing company. And what that means, if you're not familiar with the concept of network marketing, it's actually word of mouth advertising. And every single one of us do word of mouth advertising every single day. So if I were to go to Philip's dance studio, he is relying on somebody like me to tell my friends, this man is amazing. His facility is amazing. The classes are amazing. His clientele is going to be built by word of mouth, right? You go to a good restaurant, you love it, you tell your friends. So every one of us are doing network marketing every single day. But the reality is that most people are not getting paid for it. When I tell 10 of my friends about a new Italian restaurant that just opened, that Italian restaurant is not sending me a commission check because I just sent my 10 friends to that restaurant. But in Arbonne, what's so great is that we have the ability to sell products to earn a commission. And we also have the ability to build a team to actually scale our business. So to give you a visual of the way our products are sold, in a typical retail establishment, your products are going from the manufacturer, the distributor, the wholesale, the warehouse, the advertising, before they get to the retail establishment, whether you're walking into a place that sells skincare or cosmetics or nutrition. In a company like Arbonne, our products are manufactured and produced in Irvine, California. They are shipped direct to the consumer. Yours are shipped direct to warehouses in Sydney and other locations, and then shipped direct to the end consumer. So it benefits the consumer. Let's say you're on here today and you're listening and you have no interest in the business, but you're like, I need to have this anti-aging and I need to have this nutrition. You're getting the best of science, the best of nature, the best products at the best price. Now, our products are not cheap because they're not cheap, but you're getting the best you can possibly get. So consumers benefit immensely by this way of distribution. And then we as independent consultants, I got to start a business with such a little startup cost with a company that's now 45 years in business, with a home office, with an executive team, with scientists, with product developers, with shipping, with patents, with everything in place. I don't have to think about formulations. All I need to do is follow the system for success, and I have the ability to build this business as big as I want. And I fell in love with that concept. And I will tell you, there are so many reasons why people are starting a network marketing business, and I will give you a few. #1 reason is people are craving time in their life. Even if somebody makes a very good living, everything's always an exchange. Somebody who makes a really good salary or income, chances are they're giving up time and they have very little time to vacation or very little time to spend with the ones that they love. Or if, God forbid, there was a friend or a family member that's sick, they have to ask for time off. Or if they own a business, they can't take any time off because there's nobody there that could possibly replace them. They are trading their time for money and they're losing out on quality of life. Those people, many of those really smart people, are starting an Arbonne business. Why? Is it one more thing in your already busy life? Yeah, it is. Is it one more thing to make you out of balance? Absolutely. I'm probably the most transparent person you'll ever meet. But are you willing to put one more thing in your busy life to have balance for the rest of your life? And we all have different definitions of balance. But my definition of balance, I don't have a Zen life by any means. I'm running in a million directions all the time. But my definition of balance is I could be anywhere I want, anytime I want, when it matters with the people that I love the most. And that I'm willing to do anything to create. I don't want to live a life that I live for Fridays and dread Mondays. People wish 80% of their life away. Like, thank God it's the weekend. I'm like, well, what about Monday through Thursday that you literally wasted looking forward to Friday? We have one life and no dress rehearsal. So the number one reason why people start a business like this is for time. Another reason why really smart people are building a business like this, you have the ability, once you're an area manager, which is the second management level, to will your business. So what that means is, in my will, when I am no longer on this earth, and I have built one of the largest teams in Arbonne, my business will live on for 3 generations, and it's in trust for my family. So when people say to me, oh my gosh, you've worked really hard, or oh my gosh, you're still working, I would do it again. I'd walk through a brick wall to create. In most traditional jobs, God forbid, knock on wood, somebody dies on a Wednesday, Friday, they're getting the last check and that's it. And you better hope that you saved well and you invested well, but companies are not calling up and saying, hey, for the next 3 generations, we're going to mail your family a paycheck. It doesn't work that way. People know the power of earning residual income. And they're also the smartest people in the world today are looking to leverage their time. And the most successful people understand the power of multiple streams of income. It's not just about how people have jobs, they have businesses, and they are still building a network marketing business because this has the power to be your plan B. But I've helped a lot of people build Arbonne who have looked at me and said, I'll never quit my job. I love my job. And then they've grown to the top of Arbonne and they're like, I'm quitting. And I'm like, I thought you loved your job. And they're like, I actually don't love anything more than my family. But I talked myself into loving it because I just assumed I had to love something. See, here's the thing about Arbonne. I'm not willing to do anything 8, 9, 10 hours a day on a regular basis away from my family. Now, today was a day that I happened to do events like this, 4 of them. I drove 2 hours to one, 2 hours to another, an hour and a half to one. I just got back about an hour ago. My son, who's 20, made fajitas. They were amazing. And then I hopped on this call, and thank goodness Philip reminded me or I would have missed it because I thought it was 9:30. But I'm willing to work that much, but I get to work it into my life without a boss instead of working my life into the business. So I'll give you 4 more reasons why people really are excited about Arbonne. There's 4 key factors to look for in a network marketing company. We have all 4. So the first is marketplace demand, which I love. We literally have something for everyone. We have something, we always say we have something from the basket to the casket. We have something for babies, and we have something into anti-aging. We have something for men. We have something for women. We have everything under the health and wellness umbrella. And the great thing about this business, when somebody buys skincare from me, it's just a matter of time before they buy body care from me. They buy nutrition from me. They buy deodorant from me. And my goal is to redirect their entire household to one stop of Arbonne. And you don't just make a commission the first time you sell to them. You make a commission every single time you sell to them. So marketplace demand is huge. The second thing to look for is timing, is a consumable product. We have a consumable product. Like, that's pretty powerful. You know, if I sold jewelry, that's amazing. I love jewelry. but how many pairs of earrings am I going to sell to the same person? When you love my protein powder, you're going to order it every month. Everything's on a 30-day supply. The fizz come 30 in a pack. The greens come 30 in a pack. My customers that love those products, they're literally on replenish me and they replace it before they're even out. It's so brilliant that I can't even take it. The third thing to look for is timing and trends. There are two gigantic timing and trends going on right now. One, home-based business everywhere you look. And the second is health and wellness. Health and wellness is a $1 trillion industry. And the fourth thing to look for, which to me is honestly the most powerful thing about Arbonne, is the ability to leverage our time. So I do three things for a living. I sell products. I love our products. I sell them all the time. When people say to me, oh my gosh, do you have to sell to your friends and family? I feel compelled to sell it to everybody that I know, because everybody I know is like, I went to do an event today at somebody's home and I said, I'm saying this with so much love, but the hand soap you have in the bathroom is loaded with SLS. SLS is directly linked to cancer. You have to throw it out and you have to buy my hand soap. And I don't feel like I'm pushing it on them. I feel, when you believe in something, you feel compelled to share it with people, like absolutely compelled. So so I sell products is my first job. My second job is I'm always looking for incredible people that want to build this business. I'm looking for people that are just good people. Like I don't have it's like people like, oh, you have to be good at selling. No, when I was introduced to Arbonne, I never sold a thing in my life. Never sold a thing in my life. You know what I look for in people? I just look for good people. I look for good people with good hearts who have big vision, that love people, that light up a room when they walk in. They're not afraid of hard work. They know what it's like to have grit. They want to serve. They want to make a difference. They want to empower other people and they want to change the world. That's who I look for. I look for people that are not afraid to commit. I look for people that want to travel because this business is fun. So I'm selling product. I'm always looking for people to build this business with me. And the third thing I do is I'm constantly evolving into a leader so I can develop leaders. I constantly want to grow myself. So when somebody on my team has a bad day or a bad experience, I'll be able to call them up and say, we've got this. Focus on this or focus on that. Like I love to grow mindset. I love to teach people just the power of positive thinking and all of these things. So that's what I do. And when you grow as a leader, you now have the ability to develop leaders. And when you develop leaders, you have the ability to build a network of thousands of people. And you're coaching them to just have a better life. This is the greatest business plan. So we're now in the United States. We're in the United Kingdom. We're in Canada. We're in Australia. We're in New Zealand. And we're in Poland. And we're 45 years in business, only ground level in the global market. We will be launching to new countries soon. And I'm excited about every single thing this business opportunity has to offer. And I'm very excited for all of you, because the reality is, as good as a company is, it does matter leadership. It does matter commitment, and it does matter vision. And you guys are a part of a really winning team. And I'm not saying that about myself. It starts from cast down. I'm just the Oz behind the curtain. And you guys are really part of a really committed, fun, energetic team that is going to go to the top and beyond. So I really encourage you, if you're a guest today, like I remember when I left that backyard barbecue, and I'll just say this and then I won't talk anymore, but I would love, if anybody has any questions, we could stop the recording and we can, when I'm done, and we could open it up for questions. But I left that backyard barbecue and I was like, I'm doing this. But then you know what happened on the way home? Negative self-talk. You guys ever have negative self-talk? And so my negative self-talk went something like this. Deb, Brooke is 6. Tyler is 4. Your twins are 1.5. Scott works on Wall Street. Nobody's ever home. You watch 7 kids in your house full time, which, by the way, that's what I was doing after I left my corporate job. Who's going to join you? You never sold a thing. Our comfort zone breathes fear into our ear, almost like danger, danger, danger. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? But then there was that quiet voice inside of me that said, what if this does? What if that woman at the backyard barbecue was right? I believe there's 2 types of opportunities, the ones that are seized and the ones that are missed. And so here's the thing. I had a good life before Arbonne. Maybe you have a good life, but I wanted a great life. And you know what the definition of insanity is? It's doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And if you have a good life, it's kind of dangerous, because good is the thief of great. So I took a really deep breath. I started my business the next day. I never looked back. 19 years ago, I jumped into that pool. I didn't even know if there was water in it. And for 19 years, I've been sharing the business and I've been sharing the products with people. That's what this business is. I get my products and my business in front of people and I tell this story, the story that you just heard. I've been telling for 19 years and saying to people, join me, let's do this. And I'll be honest, some people say, yes, I'm in. Some people say, I need a little bit of time. Some people say, not now. Some people say, it's not for me. But no matter what, I just keep telling my story because there's a lot of people that are going to bed at night praying for what we have. They want more time. They want more flexibility. They want more money. And I know we have the solution. And I know that I've got what it takes and we've got what it takes to coach this team to the top of Arbonne and beyond. So I thank you all for tuning in. And Philip, if you do want to, end after you guys close, and if anybody does have any questions, this way you can send out the recording if you want to, but the questions we can kind of do on the lowdown. If people do have anything that they want to talk about, I'm so happy to answer them.
Thank you, Debbie. That was really amazing. I really love that. Well, just to close us off, just want to hand over to Alex. This is his business launch. He's here today to declare something very exciting, which we've been waiting for a long time. So there you go, Alex.
And unmute myself. So everyone, thank you so much for coming, and anyone that's now watching it at a different time. Thank you for supporting me, and I look forward to sharing this amazing product. Come on and buy and get involved and enjoy this great journey with me. Thank you very much, everyone.
The shop's open. Yay. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to turn it off.